All right. Hello, everyone. As always, I like to make sure that we actually are live, and
Yes.
it looks like we are. So,
Excellent.
thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to be doing some victober reading sprints. So, let us know in the comments what you will be reading. You don't have to read for victober, but that's what I think Christy and I will be doing. We will be getting our victober reading in. So let us know in the comments what you'll be reading. But what are you going to be reading, Christy?
Okay, so I am 25% through Pillars of the House, the first half.
Oh, I started to say, because that one's really long.
Yeah. Kate Howell's group is already reading the second half, so
Oh my gosh.
they are in part two. So I need to make progress on that. But I also really want to start the five, so we'll see what happens.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yes. How about you?
I I'm trying to read Barnaby Rudge by Charles Dickens. And we'll see how far I get with this before I go over to my Kindle and just read a Penny Dreadful. This is so dense. I feel like every time I've picked it up, I've had to reread it like
Mm.
twice to understand what he was saying. So I don't know if my mind is in Dickens mode
Oh,
tonight.
wow. Yeah. I did not realize it was that big when you were
Yeah.
holding it up.
The
Like,
the fact that it's that chunky,
whoa.
well, it's not as long as Pillars of the House.
I feel like Pillars of the House is like super readable though. It's not dense at all. So that helps.
That's
If a
good.
book is that big, it shouldn't be super dense, in my
R-
opinion.
right. I agree. Have
Yes.
you has like how has everyone's Victober gotten started? Are y'all already finished with things? Have you finished anything yet, Christy?
No. Well, I finished things, but not Victober things. Part of that is because Pillars of the House is so
So big.
I feel like I'm gonna be finished with 8 books by the time I'm finished with it. So, I mean, I've finished like the length of a novella so far.
Still, you've read.
I have read, and I'm reading something that Tony recommended. It's like the Labor in London. I keep forgetting what the name is. It's like super long. Let me see. And I see Tony's here. Yay!
Oh, hello,
London,
Tony.
yes, London Labor and the London Poor is what it's called. So I've started
Oh,
reading that.
that sounds so interesting to me. I think somebody mentioned that the other day on Kate Howe's reading sprints. Is it like a nonfiction?
Yes. It's like journalism. It's like he's like interviewing. He's not interviewing. He's like surveying a whole lot of people that were basically the people on the street like selling things. Currently where I am, he's interviewing people who um they're more like almost like itinerant labor in London kind of a thing. So it's very moving the things that they talk about, like, oh yeah, we can tell when somebody isn't going to make it, because they don't know how it works, and they're like middle-aged and they're just starting and they're not going to make it. It's like, oh,
Oh my
that's so sad.
god.
Yeah,
I might download that. I might try to read that. That sounds super interesting.
it really is. I recommend it.
Faye's
Hi,
going to be reading
Faye.
Armadale. That one's so good. Have you read any Wilkie Collins, Christy? Not to put you on the spot.
I have read two, and so I read The Woman in White. And that one I was like, okay, that's fine. That was good. But the other one I read, I think I rated them the same, but I enjoyed the second one a lot more. So I think I don't even remember what that one was called now. But yeah, I think I enjoy him, but it has to be I have to be in the right mood for it.
Yeah. Ooh, Adam Bede. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Yes, The Woman in White. That's my favorite.
Is that your favorite?
That's my favorite Victorian novel, I think.
Really?
I love The Woman in White.
I think that's a popular one.
Oh, Joe. Hey, I'm glad you can make
Joe.
it. Far from the Madding Crowd. I like that as well.
Nice. I need to read that.
Oh, a daily Elizabeth Barrett Browning sonnet. That's so smart.
That is. You can really savor it that way.
Hi.
Yes, the Felton Estate. Jaina just told me. Has she talked to you about being an XOL?
She's commented to me about being an XOL.
Yeah, okay. I thought she must have told you. I was like, I wonder if she learned about EXO from you.
It's so great that like now we have multiple people on the channel who also love EXO. If there are any in citizens here, let me know your thoughts on Fact Check by NCT127 that I stayed up till 12 midnight last night to listen to, and then they delayed the album release by 2 hours. So the purpose of me staying up to midnight.
Oh,
Anyways,
that's real.
that's Korean music for you.
Yeah.
It is Friday night. Ooh, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's a good one to read
Good
for reading
choice.
sprints.
Yes. It's very October vibes too.
Oh, Agnes Gray.
Ooh, nice. Yes. Woo.
Everyone is reading Man and Wife, I guess, because this is Kate's Patreon pick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wish that that's the one that I had picked up by Wilkie Collins this year. I feel like I always want to read like what everyone else is reading because it's fun to get in on the discussion.
Yes, it is.
Tony did read The Vampire.
What did you think? Tell me
Yes.
your thoughts.
Because we know what Christy thinks.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too, Jana.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have the attention span to be able to juggle more than one book anymore. I feel like it's this time of year. I feel like once we're in like the fall and the winter, I can only read one book at a time. Oh, The Way We Live Now.
Yes. I cannot wait to get to that. I'm so excited to get to that.
Ooh.
Oh boy. I feel like A Study in Scarlet. Is that the weird one where he like or talks about the Mormons? I can't remember. I feel like that might be the weird one, but I could be wrong. Everybody reads that, and that's like their first homes, and they're like, "What the heck did I just read?"
Yes. Okay. I started to say, I feel like I read that and I had like weird feelings about it. So that must be the weird one.
It is a weird one.
Hi, Lou.
Here. Oh, hi, Lou. Sorry.
So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm already behind on the chat.
People are so talkative tonight.
Yes. Oh, Scenes of a Clerical Life.
Nice.
That sounds interesting.
Yes.
Hello, Tiffany.
Hi.
Oh, Jill.
Everybody's reading that too, it seems like. Or at least talking about it.
It does. I think I've seen several videos on Jill.
Yeah.
I need to put that on my TBR too. It's bad. I always say I need to like not watch any victober videos because then I don't read anything. I just like download everything that everyone recommends.
Project Gutenberg probably gets so many downloads during Victober.
I wondered about that. I wonder if they get a lot of hits.
I bet so. Welcome. What are you
Well,
reading, Jess?
yes, tell us what you're reading. Tony, yes, I have. I just cut it today myself, and
Oh,
so I let it go natural. This is
cute.
kind of what it looks like when I don't tame it. So it's kind of Eddie Van Halen.
I about lost it when you said you looked like Albert Durr.
I laughed when I edited that because I thought I must have been so tired when I was when I was filming that clip. I literally don't know.
Uh,
Oh, y'all. Billy the
yes.
Idiot. That's one of our favorites.
Yes, it is. You're in for a treat.
Ooh, I've never heard of this.
Me neither. Googling.
Oh, Jess is also reading Man and Wife.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, two good ones. Dracula, fun.
Yes.
There are
I
a
need
lot
to.
of vampires. A lot of vampire themed TBRs this year.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Good morning, because she's in Australia.
Ah, yes.
And very good evening to Tony because he's in England.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
exactly. I was like, were they not friends? They don't, it doesn't seem like they were friends.
No, there was something interesting going on there.
Okay, okay, I apologize. I apologize.
But it is the Mormon one.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like everybody's so baffled when they read that because, and it's also tonally like, it's just very different from like any other Sherlock story.
Yeah. Four. That's me. I get the details confused. So that's I have to tell myself you can only do one at a time. Oh, Tiffany, 3 Men in a Boat.
Ooh, yes.
I wondered how you would feel about 3 Men in a Boat. Like on the one hand, I think that's right up your street. On the other, I don't know. I'll be interested to see how you feel about it. Have you read that one, Christy?
I started it.
Me too. Me too. I don't think I intentionally DNF'd it.
It's kind of same. I was like, I probably need to read this one physically.
Yeah.
It just is like super rambly, and so it's not easy to follow it all on audiobook. It was funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else about it I really liked actually. But the Mormon stuff I was just like, why
Weird.
are we here?
Melissa also almost picked up Jill. It does seem very like on trend this Victober.
Yeah.
I feel like every Victober there are a handful of books that it seems like everyone is reading.
Yeah. It's so interesting because BookTube will do this with books and it'll be like so popular on BookTube. And I like talk to a reading friend like IRL and they're like, never heard of it. And it's like everybody's reading it here, you know? We are influencers for sure.
We are. Well,
The
the Victober
Victober hosts
hosts.
are. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Tiffany.
It does. It has so much body.
It does, like every time I cut it, it feels like it has more volume, which is nice.
Mm.
It doesn't last that long.
Hi, Crystal.
Ooh, Crystal, these are good ones. Kind of spooky vibes.
Oh, hang on, my alarm's going off. I set an alarm for 45 that to remind me about sprints tonight. How useful. 15 minutes late. Whatever.
You'll like both, Melissa. I feel like you will. Have you read The Historian, Christy? I feel like since you had kind of a vampire binge last month.
I have it next to my chair, but I don't always get to those right away because I'm always in the middle of like 5 things. So I have to finish some stuff first. But I really want to get to it like in 2023. So we'll see. It might be in like December or something.
I think you'll like it.
I think I will.
Ooh. Mixed in fiction and nonfiction.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
As you should, Tony.
Points to you.
Yes. Because you're right, men don't normally notice. Oh my gosh, Joe. I don't know how you're keeping everything straight.
Wow. That's incredible. Oh yeah, I was just responding to that. Woohoo! That's so exciting. I think I actually last night I finished listening to it, but I'm gonna go back and reread it because it's so cute. I just wanted to make sure I finished it in time. But have you ever read? Oh, you're not really a middle grade reader, are you?
No, I wish I was. But
It's a
sadly, I'm really not.
vibe.
I finished Poor Miss Finch last night, waiting for a music video to drop that never came. And it's it's a wild ride. It is a wild ride. I
Ooh.
love Wilkie Collins, but yeah, Poor Miss Finch was really good. Kept you on your toes.
Yes.
Yeah, I did hate Dracula. I hate to say it and I hate to admit it to people because I feel like they'll take away my vampire loving card.
I
But I
feel like
get
a lot of people rate it like middling because there's not enough vampire in it.
it's true. That's true.
It's like all about the hunters gathering.
Yeah.
That's what Naomi said anyway. I haven't read it yet.
I feel like though you're probably gonna like it, Christy. I feel like based on other stuff you like, you'll like the vibe.
Oh, that's exciting. I
Yeah.
hope so. I like preparatory. I actually don't need like a ton of plot to keep me interested. We'll see.
Well, are we ready to start our sprints? Are you feeling it?
I am ready.
Let's do a half an hour. That's what we typically do. And I feel like that helps with Victorian stuff, with classics. I feel like I need a longer time to get into it.
Yeah, I agree.
So, shall we go from 50 to 20? I feel
Sounds
like
good to me.
this is confusing as I've learned now that there are parts of Australia that are like a half an hour more or something. So
Yeah.
it's
Sorry
more.
about that,
Yes, I am sorry
Melissa.
about that because I can't do basic math.
Yeah. I didn't realize that either until the victober sprints. It's like, for real? No wonder people get confused.
Well, good luck, everyone.
Yes. Fighting.
Welcome back, everyone. How did we all do?
Rainy's here. Hi, Rainy.
Yes, a lot of people joined.
Yes. I was actually at 23%, not 25. So now I'm at 25.
I feel like 2% is probably a significant page count in that book.
It feels like it. I feel like I read a lot. Hi, Matt. How did you do?
Yes, let us know, everyone, how you did. Hi, Rainy.
I met you, Jenny. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh, gosh. See, y'all, it's the end of the week. I wound up doing, I think, like 4 or 5 chapters. So now I'm on page 70, and I think I was on page 30. And
Nice.
it's better. I think a lot of these things I need to give myself time to get into. I feel like I need to give it at least 100 pages if a book is this long before I decide to give up on it.
It could just take a while getting started.
Yeah.
30 pages in 30 minutes is pretty good for a dense book.
Yeah.
Well done.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, Matt. 17 pages.
Woo!
Go Faye.
Go Faye. Nice.
That often happens for me.
Yes.
The reading sprint becomes a productivity sprint.
Yes.
Tony, I don't mean to laugh at your misfortune.
Good night, Tony.
Good night, Tony. Oh, wow. You've already finished something. Good for you.
Yes. I have to look that up.
Yes. I spent half the sprint looking up Napoleon's love letters. I must not have been half the sprint, but it was like the first 5 minutes. I was like, I need to look up the love letters between Napoleon and Josephine. I'm all over the place. Brain is spread. What is the saying from Lord of the Rings?
Oh yeah.
Butter spread over too much
Too
bread.
much bread. Yeah.
That's my mind trying to figure out like what I want to read. Oh wow. Go, Jana.
Woo!
I love to do that. I love to listen to the audiobook and read along. If that's the only way I can listen to an audiobook, I feel my mind wanders.
I think I've decided that I prefer ebooks over physical books simply because I can have it read to me I can just pull my fingers down on the page and it starts reading right where I am. You don't have to find your place in an audiobook. It just reads to you and you read along with it.
I can't believe that I've never done that.
It is so helpful.
Yeah. Is it kind of like a robotic?
You can change the voice to there's different options. You can also, I think, download some offline, but I don't think I downloaded any. I just picked the one I wanted.
That's cool. Oh my gosh. Now I know what I'm going to do
so helpful
this weekend.
Yes. I'm always like, I don't know what I'll do if my iPad dies. I guess I'll have to get another iPad just so I can read on it.
Yeah.
That's literally all I do on it.
Ooh, that was a lot.
Yeah. That's excellent.
Go, Crystal.
Woo! Good job.
Rainy, it was still reading.
Yes. Productive.
This is true, Tony. Mm-hmm. It was Steve Donahue the other day, like he did like a Victober starter kit. Did you watch that, Christy?
No, a Victober starter kit?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll send it to you.
Thank
'Cause
you.
that was so interesting what he had to say, like books he thought you should read to like understand the Victorian time period. But the thing
Wow.
that he mentioned right off the bat was just how much longer their attention spans were,
Yeah.
because you possibly only had reading as your only form of entertainment. Like somebody in the household would read the next segment of a book to you. And
Hmm.
so it didn't matter to you how slow it was. And when he said that, I thought to myself, I need to give a lot of these books a longer time period before I say no.
I think that's wise. Wow, I need to watch that for sure.
Yes, I feel like you would get some good recommendations out of it. Because there were
Yeah.
some things he mentioned, I was like, oh, these are Christie books.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm excited. Oh, Dream in the Garden watched it. Nice.
Yes. This is something Napoleon says. Napoleon's innuendos, I I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna confess it here on live. You'll hear me say it. He is really romantic. Like 9 times out of 10, he is such a simp. She will not respond to him for anything, and vibe. She's like, I got things to do in my life, and I don't need to talk to you 24/7. And that's kind of a vibe. But like, he is sending her 10 letters for every one that she sends. And she would write like one line. She's like, that's great. Glad you're enjoying campaign or whatever. But his are like deeply romantic
Oh my
and
god.
sexual innuendos. He's really funny. Bless his heart.
You're such a historian.
Yeah, I'm a geek, and I'm all about poor Napoleon. The Napoleon movie is coming out next month, and I'm so ready.
That's exciting. I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, it looks really
Oh.
good. Yes, they're funny. They are so funny, Faye. I feel like Faye, it might have been you. Like somebody told me to read his love letters and that I would love him even more, and I didn't know it was possible. I kind of have a thing for him. Young Napoleon. Older Napoleon, no. He was very misogynistic, but he did love her. Bless his heart. I don't blame you, Melissa. I'm not going to count pages anymore either, because I never remember where I started. If I'm in a physical book, I don't ever remember the page number I was on.
I've been on sprints where they're just like, so what did you think of what you read? Rather than like, how much did you read? I thought, that's a good idea. I'm adopting that.
Yeah, I'm going to start saying that.
Yes.
If we read it all, we did what we were supposed to do. We did the point of a
Yes.
sprint.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Pillars of the House was pretty immediately fun for me. Sometimes I really do. I mean, I guess a little bit. There was a little bit of getting into it because there's like 13 children, so you have to figure out who everybody is.
Gosh.
But this first 25%, there's been like some really big stuff happening. Like 3 humongous things happened already, and I'm just like, wow, this pacing is fire.
What is that about? Do you have like a tagline for Pillars of the House?
I would say it's about what happens to a household, a very large household, when their main provider is no longer able to care for them. And I don't want to spoil anything. So yeah, it's like following a family when they fall on hard times.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. Because I just read Samuel. Oh dang, I'm forgetting. I'll halt that thought and look it up while you read comments or something.
Older literature takes discipline. I feel like that's true sometimes. Sometimes it's not. Like the Wilkie Collins, It's instant. You open up
That's
his
true.
book and you're in. Sometimes
I'm
though, it
patient.
depends on the author. Like I have to get into their style.
Yes.
Oh, wow. One
Nice.
chapter a day. That's a good idea.
Hmm.
Yes, I do too. I'm obsessed with Steve Donahue. He doesn't need to know that, but I love him. I just love him. I love his channel.
Yes, his videos are so engaging and also like really erudite.
Yeah,
It's
he
hard to
knows
be both.
everything. He
Yeah,
could recommend you something on any topic. It's incredible.
it's true. He shouted out Stormalong when all my friends were like baby channels. And so a bunch of people joined us because of that.
Wow.
That was so nice.
This is true. Like when you think about serialization, I just could not have done that. I don't think I could have.
Yeah.
As I now can't remember. But now I think you probably have more books to read. So if you're a reader, you're probably reading more on average than you were in
Mhm.
the Victorian period. And so you would probably find it harder to keep up with
Yeah.
everything that you were reading, like keeping straight everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really hard for me to imagine reading now without like word searches and stuff to be like, oh, who was this character again? I'm just gonna word search through the text and
Yeah. Another point for the Kindle.
yeah.
That's true. So we shouldn't feel guilty when it takes us longer to read these longer books because they weren't reading them in one go.
Accurate.
And it is humiliating, Tony. If you've read them, they are humiliating. It is a man just letting a woman step all over him. And I love it.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. I feel like I've only ever heard before I got into Napoleon, just like the man's opinion of him as a great general. Knowing who he was personally, I kind of like him.
That changed things.
It did change. He was a romantic at heart. I do, Lou.
Yes.
It's sad. He wasn't short. If y'all want to know, he actually wasn't short. I think he
He
was five
wasn't.
eight.
Wow. Okay. I mean, Kevin's 5'8".
Oh, is he? I
Yeah.
thought Kevin was tall.
Mm.
Are
Or
you
I
tall,
think he's
Christy?
5'10". I'm sorry, he might be 5'10".
Okay, I started to say I feel like he was taller than you, and I think that you're tall.
I'm 5'3". So
Are
I'm not
you
super.
real? So
Yeah.
we're like the same height. I didn't realize that. You have tall energy.
Thank you. It's hard to tell on YouTube how tall people are.
It is. And I thought of this the other day. I'm like, oh, there are people who we talk to or we see all the time, but we've never seen their lower half.
Yeah. So true. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it for him. Sweet thing that he was. He struggled with a lot. He struggled with ego, but
Mm.
this is not a Napoleon reading sprint. I'm sorry, y'all. I'd like to read it too. I will read anything about Napoleon.
I
Honestly.
think people are running with this Napoleon idea.
Yeah.
This is becoming a Napoleon sprint.
I'm working on a video to recommend Napoleon books for nonfiction in November, and that's why I'm down the rabbit hole currently.
Oh, okay, okay, interesting.
This is true, Tiffany, because how he dumped her is it's sad though, because she couldn't have children and he needed to have a child. And so they divorced, but they were still like in love with each other and they would see each other on the side. But this poor new woman who became his wife, Yeah.
That's
He didn't care much for her. She was just like there to have his kids. He had his problems. He had a lot of red flags. I mean, would I have gone out with him? No, but it's nice to think about. Oh, Tess, that's hard.
I need to read that too.
I do too. I feel like but I know what happens in Tess, and that's why I haven't read it. Somebody spoiled it for me. I was like, I don't want to put myself through that.
Yeah. Man. I think I've still only read the one Hardy. But every Victober, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to read Hardy this year.
Yeah.
Not for a while, but I need to.
Yes, Jess.
Yes.
I've already read 2 by him, and I might read a 3rd. I love Wilkie Collins. This could be a Wilkie Collins stream.
Jess, your picture is so cute.
It is. You posed.
Such a mood.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people say that with Wuthering Heights.
You kind of have to like accept what it is before you can enjoy it, I feel like.
Yeah.
It was actually, I think I read Wuthering Heights. I think that was my first Bronte, and it was actually one of my first classics picking up on my own, and I was obsessed. It was so different from like it was like, I guess, not so different from my young adult reading. Maybe that's why I liked it. It is like so moody.
Yes, I agree. I think I read it because it was Bella's favorite book in Twilight.
That's where I heard of it, I bet.
Yeah.
Because I was rereading it thinking, I was a twihard. This is where I heard of it.
Yeah. Same. Everyone agrees that you have tall energy.
Thank you. I think that's a compliment. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor thing. He was average height. He would be so mad to hear me baby him. Like he's baby girl. That's my baby girl, Napoleon. I think that's true. And I think he probably also wore a high shoe. The French used to like to wear high heels. Men used to wear high heels. That's such a vibe. We need to bring that back.
I didn't know that. That's fascinating.
Yeah, Melissa. I feel like I've been reading the love letters since then too. Like just off and on for what, almost 3 years now. Napoleon is for life, I guess. You do. You should read them. You should read them. He like would say stuff as if he thought people couldn't figure out what he was referring to. Like he would name certain parts of her body, certain words. And I'm like, we know what you're saying.
Oh my gosh.
That is so exciting to hear. I really wish that I had picked up Man and Wife.
That is exciting.
Are you reading that?
Yes, I will be. Yes, I'm hoping I will be reading that. I have several books planned for this Victober.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's interesting, Tony. I bet they do. Because the men are horrible in Wuthering Heights. I mean, I guess the women are as well, but I think women are more forgiving with like horrible men, horrible kids. And we're like, we could fix him. I feel like that's the energy for Heathcliff that most people have.
Yes.
But it does seem I would be curious to know if men do react differently to Wuthering Heights. You should make Kevin read it, Christy. He would
I'm
shred it.
curious. Yeah, he would.
He would shred it.
He would. He would have funny things to say, I'm sure. Kate's husband, his review of it was that was so great. Uh, have you read it, Tony? What did you think of it?
I feel like Tony didn't like it.
Okay.
Yes, Rainey.
True. That's true.
I think I just assume most people online are tall because I'm short. And so I assume that most other people are tall. Yes, Lou. That's so funny. Literally this is literally the tie-in of the whole entire reading sprint. Short people. Yeah, that should be on my merch. I should create merch. Say Napoleon is for life.
Oh my gosh.
Napoleon is a proper romantic. It's so true. I hate that he did not get to see like some really good stuff from Byron. Like R.I.P. Napoleon, you would have loved Lord Byron. But I guess he read the more interesting stuff that Lord Byron published. Christy, we have another endorsement for Kevin.
I've told him my booktube friends would think you're funny, and he's like, I don't think they'd think I'm funny.
Yeah.
I think they'd be offended. I'm like, I don't know. People, yeah, people like a sense of humor on booktube.
He is funny.
Thank you. I will tell him that.
Yes. I thought that was you, Tony. This was his worst.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like Tiffany was talking about Wuthering Heights recently, and she read somewhere or heard somewhere that it's not supposed to be a romance. Like, it's not supposed to be romantic. I don't know what I thought when I was a teenager. I was just hooked.
As a teenager, I probably did think it was romantic. I was an emo.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have taste. We just wanted emotion.
The vibe.
We wanted angst.
Yes. Very much into angst.
This is so funny. I thought everyone in it needed a good talking to. Well, shall we sprint again?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Should we do another half an hour?
Yeah, I think that worked great.
Awesome. And this makes sense. I don't know what went through Teen Jenny's head, but her bar was on the floor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I've tried rereading it as like an older person, and I really got annoyed and I DNF'd it. So it was so different because I loved it so much when I was really young. And then this time I couldn't even finish it. So, yeah. Oh, Tony's sobered up. Awesome.
All right,
So
go,
he's back
Tony.
to reading.
Well, good luck, everyone.
Yes. Bye, team.
Hello, welcome back. Did you enjoy what you read? I won't say, how did you do? I remembered. I can't believe the whole time I said I need to remember that.
Oh, that's so sweet. I was not saying I judge people for asking because honestly, it's called a reading sprint. So, how much can you read during a reading sprint? That's like the idea of it. But for us slow readers, we're always like, 5 pages, you know?
I think it's more helpful to me because it forces me to focus like
Yeah.
for an extended period of time and not open up TikTok.
Yes. Oh, same. Yeah. I really enjoyed what I read. I
Are you,
read 2% more.
oh, wow. Steady.
Steady. Yes. My goal is to reach 30 by the end, but I might only reach 29. We'll see. How did you do?
I enjoyed what I read. There
Good.
is a raven in this book that talks. Nobody
Okay.
told me there would be a talking bird. I'm very happy.
Wow. I wouldn't have expected that. Talking animals.
Apparently, Dickens had a raven that talked.
Ah,
So he based this bird on his own raven, which is kind of funny.
that is fascinating. I didn't realize that any birds but parrots could talk.
I know.
Crazy. That's fun.
Rainey enjoyed what she read. What are you reading, Rainey? Did you say? And I've already forgotten.
Good question.
Matt, I take more of a reading skill.
Yes, that is accurate. That's what we should call these.
Yes,
Reading scrolls.
scrolls. I read words and the words said things. That is so funny. Oh, yay.
Woohoo.
Ooh.
Are you guys doing another victober buddy read? That's like a tradition for you guys.
I've never heard of this. It seems like, though, again, talking about books that are popular this Victober, Margaret Oliphant has been very popular so far.
She has been a lot of people reading Hester.
Oh, yay. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yes.
It is such a good addition to have.
Yep.
She kind of is.
Yep.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yay. That's awesome.
I want to start that, but I don't know that I would be able to finish it this month.
Yeah, not if you're working on 3 Wilkie Collins.
Yeah. Yeah. I just filmed a video today that was about like everything I've read by Wilkie Collins, and I have read 11 of his novels.
Wow. He's
I
one of
was
your most read authors.
He is, I think, like in total. I think I may have read more from him than almost any other author, which is kind of crazy to think
Wow.
about.
A Victorian author. See, I wouldn't have called that.
Me either. I keep my own self on my toes. Oh, yay.
Yay.
Are you listening to that, Lou, or are you just reading with your eyes? I always ask because my favorite audiobook, in fact, like the main audiobook I've ever enjoyed was the Richard Armitage David Copperfield. It is spellbinding.
I need to see if I can get that.
Yeah, it's dreamy. His voice is incredible. More Love for the Raven and Barnaby Rudge. I love him.
I love that that's actually a character. Dickens is so fun. After reading Bleak House, I am like, okay, I'm becoming a fan. I really loved it.
Oh, Anna Maria's listening to David Copperfield. This is true.
Oh,
He
nice.
does. He has like a lot of great character work.
He did.
Like you immediately know who a character is based on how he describes them.
Yes. I was shocked at how many characters I could keep track of in Bleak House because I'm not usually one for a big cast, but I could remember who most of them were because he like really characterizes them in such an interesting way.
Yeah. Oh wow, 10%.
Nice.
I'm not that familiar, but the name sounds like it's ringing a bell to me. I'm sure if I looked him up, I would know.
Berserker. That's a fun name. Yay!
Ooh.
So good.
I haven't read that one. I'm gonna have to move that up my TBR.
Are you gonna read Sylvia's Lovers? Is that what it is?
Yes. I hope I enjoy that. Some people have told me they didn't like it, and then some people told me, "Oh, you'll love it."
You don't necessarily take other people's recommendations though. I mean, you'll try things
Yeah.
people recommend, but you end up loving them even if other people don't. So
It's true. I have to use BookTube as like a way to find out about books. But somebody's review isn't what normally makes me think I'll steer clear of it. So a lot of times, like if somebody hates something, I'll go, "Ooh, then I'm gonna read it."
Yeah.
I cannot believe how good Apparently Man and Wife is. I want it so bad. It is sold out everywhere.
Really?
I want a physical copy because I own like most of Wilkie Collins and the Oxford editions. And I was like, I might as well get a nice copy and then I can annotate it. And it's sold out everywhere. And that's Kate Howe's power.
Yes.
The power of Kate.
Oh,
This is so funny. I also got a snack during this sprint. So
I had some dinner.
did you have a baked potato?
For once, no, it was not actually, I had some fries though.
I did too. We always eat the same thing when we
Always.
sprint. We don't know, and it's always a potato product.
Yes. Potato sprints continue. Potato strolls continue.
Ooh, I'll have to pick up Hester.
I was enjoying that too. That's one of the first buddy reads I ever did after joining BookTube because Kate Howe was doing a buddy read of it. But I ended up not finishing it because she DNF'd it. And then I was like, I'll move on then. Not because the book was bad. I was really enjoying it, I think. But I just needed the motivation of a buddy reader because it's kind of long.
Kate is so funny. She will just say it right out.
Yes.
She's like, y'all continue on, but this isn't for me.
Exactly.
She's so funny.
I love that.
Ooh.
Yes. Honestly, it's really the beginning was so good. I cannot wait to continue.
Are you trying to keep with the schedule they set and like read a certain amount per day?
No. I'm not on Discord much
Me,
unless it's for school.
me either. I said I cannot deal with Discord anymore. Not to make this a Discord hate reading sprint, but I hate Discord. So,
I know the spamming is the worst.
yeah,
When you were describing that, that happened to the literary discourse Discord as well. And I just felt so bad because I was the only one awake when it happened, but I don't have notifications on.
me either.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, even the positive Discords I'm in, I'm overwhelmed. Like,
Yeah.
because I'm not getting on there every day.
Yeah.
And I'm not turning notifications on. I barely have notifications on for actual text messages.
I know.
You cannot send me 25 things in a row on Discord. This is a Discord hate reading sprint. Sorry for those of y'all who love it. Maybe I just don't understand it.
I think it's useful, but I just have found it so overwhelming.
Yes, it really is.
I think extroverts love it probably.
Yeah.
There's always something happening in a Discord.
Yeah, it's very overwhelming. I think that you've summed it up. I'm too introverted for Discord.
Same.
And people will be like, "Oh, just hop on the voice chat in Discord." I'm like, just hop on the voice chat and you off the cuff? You want to hear me? I know. I plan phone calls 6 months in advance now. Oh, turn on your camera. I don't think so.
I needed the PSA for that.
Right. You need to tell me so I can prepare myself.
Yes.
Tell us why.
Yeah. Yay for Bleak House.
Yes,
And the
yay
Woman in
for the
White.
woman in white.
Yes.
He does have great character names. It's true.
It's so true. Wackford, that's great.
Ooh.
Yay! That's so exciting.
Ooh. I thought Rainey, you might have been the one who really sold it to me. You should do it, Tony. A lot of people don't edit at all.
I don't even barely edit anymore, Tony. You don't need to.
You should do it.
Speaking of not editing, Steve Donahue doesn't edit, right?
No, he doesn't.
He just posts
Somehow,
completely unedited videos.
somehow his galaxy brain, he just knows what he's gonna like. Even if I sit down with notes, I still have to edit.
Yeah. It depends on the video. If it's a review, I can't do those unedited because I'm just sitting there reading my notes half the time. But for like tags, I write out my answers ahead of time. For a wrap up, I already read the books. You know.
Yes.
Accurate. It works. I'm in a school, like a Korean school on Discord, and that works really well. I think because they have people on there like 24/7 handling stuff like spam. And they also have like an extremely difficult entrance process. Like you have to really work to get in there, and there's like a month's waiting list and stuff. So they've got it down. So I don't mind that one.
I think it's when the link is open and just anybody wanders in.
Yeah.
No.
Emma does it the right way. Emma's like, email me and I'll send you the link.
That's really smart.
Yes, I agree.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes. The characters were writers, which is partly why I loved it. It was like talking about their writing and how they write and stuff like that. It was interesting. I like things about writers. Books
Have
about
you
writers.
have you read the one? It's by George Gissing.
The
That's
Odd
about the
Woman?
publishing
Oh,
industry.
I don't know. I haven't read any Gissing.
I can't remember the name of it, but he has one that's like about the publishing industry. Yeah.
Really? Ooh, that's exciting.
I think you might like that since you like writers.
Yes.
Everyone else also hates Discord. Thanks for y'all's support. It does not
Yeah.
seem user friendly, and there are a lot of tangents.
Tangents.
This
Yeah.
is so true. I'm in several K-pop Discords. Y'all knew where this was going. And like I was in one for a girl to do like a group order for us with albums. And so like we were sending her our information and like telling her our biases so she could send us like everything we would want specifically. She like sorted all these albums to give us our biases and stuff. And it was just the most hectic thing. I was like, can I please just text you on Instagram? Like, please.
I cannot follow all this.
No. And then she got rid of it after our group order. And she was like, that was the worst thing that's ever occurred. Like, the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And she was like, it's just on Instagram. If you are not comfortable DMing me, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, this is just for fun.
Yeah.
This is just for us to get silly little pieces of paper. It doesn't need to be that stressful.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad for all of y'all who also hate Discord.
And I'm glad if you love it and you can get into it. I think
Yeah.
it's incredibly useful. It's just hard for some people.
Yeah, it's great, especially when you're all in like different countries.
Yeah.
Super great, but
And for like
otherwise,
screen sharing, like I've tried doing screen sharing things on like Zoom, like of shows, and it
yeah,
doesn't work. But on Discord it works, which is cool.
that's neat. It must have like a bigger server. It must be able to do more.
Yeah. It doesn't, like Netflix and stuff like that isn't blocked on it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how. Maybe because it's private, but Zoom is private. I don't know.
I would think Zoom is more private. That's
I
interesting.
know. It's weird, but
Yeah. This is very true. It needs strong
Yeah.
vetting. You need a mod.
yes.
And I'm, not going to mod my own stuff. Sad to say. So that's why I don't have a Discord anymore. Still. Oh, me. Yeah, 6 months advance for a phone call. Yeah. You can't take me off guard like that. Mm-mm. I've made friends with people and they're like, oh, can we hang out tonight? No. I got plans tonight to do nothing. That's my recharge.
I have plans with myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize how many extroverts I knew until I finally made introverted friends. And Christy's so great, y'all. I can text Christy and then she responds. But if I don't respond for 3 days, she's like, we just pick up the conversation.
Yep.
She's a great one because she's also introverted.
I do the same thing, so I understand. Anybody who texts me has to understand that.
Yeah, amen. Yes. I like Voxer better too, even though I'm never on Voxer.
Voxer is great.
People Vox me and I see it a couple of months later and I'm like, I'm really sorry. I am very hard to get in contact with. I am a ghost. Fascination Fledge. Is that a real name from Dickens?
Oh my gosh.
I'm naming my child that.
That's amazing.
That is so good.
That's very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of social media is overwhelming to me as an introvert. So I just turn off my notifications every now and again.
Ooh.
Yes. You
Yes.
should. You
Definitely.
should. Everyone knew what I was talking about. New Grub Street. That's the one, Christy.
Thank you. I added it to Goodreads because I saw people recommended it.
I'm
Because
sorry,
is it
y'all.
Grub Street?
I'm just
Grub-
behind. Yeah, I
Oh,
think Grub Street is like
like a literary
the
cosmopolitan.
actual street where the publishers were.
Ah,
I think.
okay. Yes, I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do that too because I have to keep them on for my school Discord, but I don't have notifications on for any other servers. I just
Yeah.
can't handle it.
I don't like, and then people will be like, everyone. And then I have all these red dots.
Oh, I know. I know. That's the worst.
Ooh, interesting.
What is that
The
title?
the way we live now.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited to try it out.
Yeah. This is the group, Lou.
Yeah.
Yes, Tony. I saw the same.
Yeah. Really? People. Wow.
I'm a Steve Donahue stan. He's so brilliant, really.
He is.
This is also true, Matt. There are a lot of fights going on in Discord, not in K-pop Discords. It's K-pop Discords are their own kind of chaos because it's mostly just gifs and pictures, which is overwhelming in like a different way. It's terrible. Yes, I need at least a few days. I got to prepare myself.
Yeah.
Yes. This is
Yes.
me and Christy's vibe.
Exactly. Yes. Welcome.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. I didn't want to come is the best. Is literally my motto. I mean, and then people who they cancel on you and they're like, I'm so sorry to cancel. I'm like, oh no. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Oh my gosh, Rainy. I slapped myself around again. That name was from our mutual friend. I'm obsessed. Oh yeah, Edith knows.
Yep. You know. Mm-hmm. That is accurate.
Well, do y'all want to sprint again? Are you done for the evening?
I'm ready for another sprint. I'm all energized after dinner.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Do I have a banner created? Wouldn't that be so nice? And I don't. So we want to do another half hour?
Yeah, that seems to be working.
Let's do it.
More sprints, yes.
Yay.
This has been so productive. Thank you, Jenny.
Yes, we're getting started early here in Victober. Yeah. Early successes.
Yes.
All right. Well, good luck, everyone. I hope you enjoy what you read. However many pages or percentage it is.
Yes.
Yes, I don't blame you, Tony. I'll probably also go to bed after one more sprint. And it's late where you are, for sure.
Yes. I mean, it's late where you are, Jenny, but where Tony is.
Tony, it's literally the witching hour out there.
Yes.
Well, good luck, everyone.
Yes, fighting. More wine, yes. Excellent.
Welcome back. Did everyone enjoy what they read?
Look at you. I'm obsessed with Pillars of the House. So good. It's like, I don't read a lot of Christian fiction, but this is what I want Christian fiction to be. This is like Christian fiction at its best. There was just a conversion scene, and it was so moving because it was like with somebody who was an atheist and was raised as an atheist, so he has all these questions, and people just answer them. Just like average people are like answering them about how they about their faith. It's just like, this is so, it's like riveting. It was so good. I'm loving it.
Oh, that's exciting. I didn't know that's what it was about. I'm
I
adding it
didn't
to TBR.
either. Yeah, no, the first like 25% wasn't really about that. But the last 5% or so, there's been a new character that we're getting to know. He was like brought into the household. So good. I think you would love. There's a character named Fernando, and I think you would love Fernando.
I love the name Fernando already.
Yes. Me too. It's by Charlotte Mary Young. I'll put the title and name in the comments.
Oh,
How about you, Jenny?
I've made it to page 100, so I'm gonna say it's a success.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the world now, but I don't feel anything for it.
Okay, you're
It's
not
like
enjoying it that much.
I'm reading it, and the language is really beautiful, and I'm highlighting all these beautiful quotes and all this great imagery, but I'm not feeling anything for any of the characters, but they're still getting introduced.
Oh,
So even
yeah.
100 pages in, we're still meeting new people.
That's brutal.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it my all. You can't call me a quitter.
It's a good thing you just watched that, or maybe it's a bad thing, I don't know, that you just watched that Steve Donahue video, because that's probably what's keeping you reading.
Yes.
Well, I hope it
Tony,
doesn't send you into a slump.
no, me either. I would drop it before that happened.
Good.
Now I'm adding this to my TBR that Tony's reading because this sounds really interesting.
Ooh.
I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand with the
Yeah,
nonfiction that you're reading, Christy.
it does. I'm checking this out. Thank you.
Everyone now wants to read Pillars of the House.
Yeah. Everyone should read it. It is so moving.
Charlotte Mary Young, more proof of
Yes.
the power of Kate. That is so true.
Yeah. I pick up so many authors because of Kate.
I wouldn't have heard of half of these people if she hadn't mentioned them. I would never have heard of Charlotte Mary Young prior to watching her channel.
Same. Anthony Trollope too, I think.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about Anthony Trollope before BookTube. That shows how ignorant of the ways of Victorian literature I was prior to
I
getting on.
didn't even know that was like really a genre classification. I just thought there's the Victorian period and then there's literature written in various periods, you know, but I didn't think of it as like a genre the way we do on BookTube.
Right. The TBR just keeps getting bigger. So true.
Yes.
Yes, Tony, good night. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out.
Yes, thank you, Tony.
We
for
will
all of your
probably head out too, even though it's early for Christy.
Yes, I'm doing fine, but over on the West Coast.
I do too, Matt. I only know like the big names, and then I know like trashy pulp fiction. Like, do you want to read Barney the Vampire?
Well, you read such interesting like historical things though. Like that's really like you've said before, that's really what you read a lot of before even joining BookTube. So
Yeah.
that's like your area of like real nerdiness. I think people appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
We all kind of have different areas. It's fun seeing yours.
It is fun. Thank you for coming, Kevin. Thanks for hanging out. We've done
Yes.
this for a long time.
Yes.
We're almost about to hit 3 hours.
Wow.
Good
Good
for us.
job.
And we have now been hosting reading sprints for a year. Good
Has
for
it
us.
been a year?
It has. The first time we did this was victober last year.
Wow. We
I'm
are
proud
awesome.
of us.
Me too. Good job.
Thank you, Melissa. I feel like it's unhinged, but thank you. Well, we're going to do this again at the end of the month so that we can all try to finish everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be on Christy's channel, right, Christy?
Yes.
I don't know if we've said what day it's going to be. Do we know?
Oh, let me see. I've even got my planner here. I feel like we might have. Let's see. Have set up reading sprints.
We thought about it.
We sure thought about it.
We have.
I have on the 23rd set up reading sprints, so it's sometime that week.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
It'll be sometime towards the end of the month, and we will let y'all know.
Yes.
But then we can finish out the month strong. So thanks for coming and hanging out.
The 30th. Sorry, it's actually the next week.
Okay, the 30th.
Monday, October 30th.
All right.
Probably at 4:30 or 7:30 ET.
Monday, October 30th. We're gonna finish out the month strong on Halloween Eve. So I hope y'all will join us then. But thanks for hanging out tonight. I had a lot of fun. This was very productive.
Yes, fun and productive. Thank you, everybody.
Yes. Bye.
Good night.
Oh. I did not end stream. I was trying to leave the studio. Bye, y'all.
Bye.